Well, thank you for joining us on this Wednesday afternoon. I'm Jurnee Taylor, and we're halfway through the week. Now, it's been a great one, but we're going to bring in meteorologist Nathan Scott. And Nathan, while it's been lovely this week, we have to keep our eyes open for tomorrow, right?
Good afternoon, Jurnee. You can feel the humidity building its way in. And with the warm temperatures, we're setting up for the potential we could see some strong to severe thunderstorms on your Thursday, primarily Thursday afternoon into Thursday night. Here's the latest from the Storm Prediction Center now, and we have the risk going up across central Arkansas. It's a 2 out of 5 from Searcy, Little Rock down through Arkadelphia. It's a 3 out of 5 for severe weather potential in the orange area. That's where the highest potential is located, at least right now, from all the weather information that we're looking at. Russellville, Mena, Clinton, Harrison, and possibly even Hot Springs. Today, there's no weather concerns. We'll see temperatures warm up into the mid to upper 70s as those clouds begin to break up. There's a small chance there could be a stray shower, but let's take your time here on future radar because we'll have the chance of a few showers to begin your Thursday. I think we'll begin the day with clouds as well, but once those clouds begin to break up and the sunshine really warms up the ground, we'll have to watch out for the initiation of strong to severe thunderstorms. This model holds it off until tomorrow evening. Other information says it could happen as early as 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll have more on the potential and also what are the most likely impacts from this event coming up.
Well, new at noon, the Arkansas State Crime Lab is investigating a body found just outside of Dumas. And the Deshay County Sheriff's Office got a report after employees of an irrigation company found it in a field off of Highway 165. The Sheriff's Office says when deputies arrived, they found a decomposed body, which they say looked like either a white or Hispanic male. It has not yet been identified. However, we will continue to follow the story as we work to learn more from authorities. And a Blytheville police officer is now in custody. Arkansas State Police arrested David Cross and charged him with distributing, possessing, and or viewing sexually explicit materials involving a child. Cross is currently being held at the Mississippi County Detention Center. His bond is set at $75,000. In Searcy, leaders are now moving forward with the city's master plan to make improvements to the quality of life of its residents. Searcy voters approved 2 tax issues on the ballot last week. A new temporary half-cent sales tax that's going to be used to improve and fund the community center, ballparks, and trails. And the other will take designated existing A&P funds to build the future outdoor aquatic center in Riverside Park. This all a $93 million project, and after 2 years of planning, the mayor says he's looking forward to giving residents spaces to call their own.
Right now, our families in Searcy are traveling to places like Batesville and Cabot to use their amenities and facilities, to go use their splash pads and water parks and that type of thing. And so Searcy's just a little bit behind the times, but not for long.
City leaders hope the project makes the city more of a destination. They're now moving into a more detailed design phase, and they need to finalize some plans with architects and engineers before breaking ground. Meanwhile, the Little Rock Board of Directors are discussing how to move forward with road improvements on Cantrell. The east to west path is a main route for the city, and it's already seen plenty of construction in multiple areas. THV 11's Ashley Godwin reports what's next to come and questions from the board about the upcoming project.
Why we are selling it, buying it.
You can bring me up to speed on what's the Dillard project.
An item on the agenda described as selling land owned by Dillard's to the Department of Transportation. The $120,000 from the sale will then go back to Dillard's. Directors wanted clarification on the sale. It goes to the Cantrell Road Improvement Project.
The project is they're going to be rebuilding that bridge, so that's why they're acquiring this parcel of property.
The Gill Street Bridge near Dillard's will be one of the newest construction sites for Cantrell's improvement.
Part of that construction project, they'll be realigning that bridge, so they had to acquire property along that Dillard's frontage.
The other items related to the improvement project are various land sales to the Arkansas State Highway Commission. It will be more than $106,000 that will allow RDOT to continue widening Cantrell from Pleasant Ridge to Taylor Loop.
They're having to change access to some of the properties that front Highway 10, and through that process, they're having to acquire some parcels that the city owns or parts of those parcels for this right-of-way.
This project has been years in the making, starting with one of the biggest portions of Cantrell's widening in 2019. That included the rerouting of the merging lanes to get on and off of I-430 onto Cantrell, with the road expanded to 6 lanes. That part of the project ended last year, and the directors are expected to vote on this at their regularly scheduled meeting next Tuesday. In Little Rock, Ashley Godwin, THV 11 News.
The director is also discussing new policy proposals for the city. Director Phillips is introducing an ordinance that will crack down on landlords who don't take care of their properties or tenants. Director Peck wants to focus on litter in the city. In developing news, a standing policy of being able to change the gender on your ID or driver's license without much hassle is now changing. The Arkansas Department of Finance and Administration announcing new changes to the no questions asked approach created in 2010. According to the DFA, the new policy will only allow someone to choose male or female on their license or ID card. The option to say X will go away, and changing genders will require an amended birth certificate. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders supports this new policy change. She called the idea of listing something other than male or female, quote, nonsense, and said the policy is, quote, just common sense. However, the Arkansas ACLU quickly denounced the change. In a statement, they said the move threatens the safety and dignity of transgender, non-binary, and intersex Arkansans, end quote. Now, according to the DFA, all previously issued licenses with the X designation will remain valid until it's time to renew. In the THV 11 update, leaders for the Department of Veteran Affairs say that they're now expanding IVF services to members regardless of their marital status. That means the VA will provide in vitro fertilization for same-sex couples and single veterans. Before the announcement, the VA was only allowed to provide IVF services to veterans who were legally married and within that relationship. Now, those benefits will be extended to veterans regardless of marital status if they have service-connected fertility problems. The VA says it is taking immediate steps to implement the policy and expects to be ready to deliver the care to veterans nationwide in the coming weeks. In another update, Arkansas Children's Hospital is facing a new threat: a rise in workplace violence. According to our partners at Arkansas Business, the hospital experienced 9 incidents described as patient behavioral events in December and January. That means they encountered aggressive, violent type patients. Arkansas Children's president and CEO recently told a group of people at a forum that 18 employees reported being injured and 5 required medical attention during the 2-month period. Well, congratulations are in order for the Museum of Discovery as they hit a big fundraising goal. Yesterday, the Rotary Club of Little Rock, along with museum stakeholders, announced they've received about 80% of their $10.7 million fundraising goal for renovations. The funding makes way for some big plans for the museum's smallest patrons.
That money is going to primarily fund the 2 new galleries we announced today, which are called Small Fry Fish Camp and Curiosity Spot. They're both geared to our younger guests. Small Fry Fish Camp will be for 6 and younger. It'll be an age-restricted gallery. Curiosity Spot will be geared up to age 9, but any kids and any families can come in there.
But renovations on the new children's galleries should be complete by the end of the year. Happening today, the Metro Plan Board of Directors will meet to move forward with some long-term goals. If you're not familiar, Metro Plan coordinates transportation and development planning in and around Central Arkansas. Today, the board plans to adopt a resolution aiming to reduce fatal and serious injury crashes by 40% by 2040. They're also planning to continue work on their Energy and Environment Innovation Plan. It's an application for nearly $100 million of federal grant money, which would fund projects aimed at reducing pollution in Central Arkansas, as well as Fort Smith and Northwest Arkansas. The future of the popular app TikTok could be on the line as the House passes a bill that could ban it from U.S. app stores. Coming up, what this means for users going forward. Nathan?
And this afternoon, the clouds will break up. The sunshine pops through those clouds and up the numbers go. It's going to feel like spring is just around the corner out there this afternoon. But tomorrow, all this warm and humid air could lead to some spicy storms. I'll have more on that potential coming up.